It's Local Edition. Brad Pomerance here. We're joined today by Jim Clarke. He is the mayor of Culver City. And over a recent week, our nation mourned the loss of 7, specifically. 5 police officers were killed. 2 civilians lost their lives at the hands of police. Violence, of course, is not the answer, but the question becomes, there's a frustration brewing in this country that I'm just concerned the lid's going to pop off.
Right. You know, as a mayor, I think outside of having a natural disaster like an earthquake or a wildfire, the thing that is most distressing and problematic is having a situation with an active shooter,
right,
or having an officer-involved shooting. And
Dallas had both recently.
Yeah, and I take that very seriously. Our police department takes it very seriously. We've been engaged in a lot of training for our officers in how to deal with use of force issues.
But let me ask you though, have you been involved in training your officers in terms of the everyday encounter?
Yes.
Because that, in a lot of ways, I think is part of the problem, is that in the post 9/11 era, there was a reservoir of goodwill for law enforcement. That goodwill has vanished for whatever reason.
Right.
And so it's just this day-to-day interaction.
Right. Every confrontation is, you know, every police stop that happens is a possible confrontation that could happen.
But again, what about just I have had interactions with officers that have been just blissful.
Yes.
And that's how they should be.
Right.
And I think that goes a long way.
And part of it, though, is too not only the training we do, but we have a lot of our officers too who have been on the force for a long time, understand the community, part of the community, accepted by the community. Our chief of police started as a police explorer with the PD,
right,
and 35 years with the department, really understands the community. That, I think, is one of the important aspects as well,
you know,
too.
it's easy for me to have a blissful experience. I'm an Anglo-American.
Right.
We've heard the expression driving while black.
Sure, and that was a problem previously in decades ago in Culver City, and it had a reputation for that. And we've actively gone to correct that situation, and it's important to do that. You know, and the diversity of our police force. Our police force is more diverse in terms of ethnic minority participation among our sworn officers than our population.
But what about socioeconomic diversity? You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand.
Because of course,
right,
color is important, but also having a sense that
understanding
the different economic strata.
Sure, exactly.
So what are you doing now in the wake of Dallas to keep your city safe?
Well, one of the things that we've done, and this gets to the active shooter role too, is we've identified, you know, major target areas or major places where there's gatherings of people.
Well, your downtown is epic.
Exactly. We have school resource officers. We've worked very closely with the school district in terms of drills that we're doing in training and what to do if there's an active shooter on a school campus and how to deal with those sort of things. But yeah, it's one of those that you know, worry about.
It happened in Santa Monica, a neighbor city.
Right.
I mean, SMC had an active
happens
shooter.
in San Bernardino. It
right,
happens in Charleston. It happens in Aurora, Colorado. And those are the things that keep you up at night. And you can't always prevent everything, but at least being prepared, understanding what happens when a situation occurs is important. And I think there's an important role also for the elected officials to make sure that the community feels that we're doing everything that we can.
Okay. His name is Jim Clarke. He is the mayor of the beautiful city of Culver City. My name is Brad Pomerance. Stay safe. It's Local Edition.